How's my hair? Okay.
Looks great.
Good. So we're gonna get into the setting up our base, and our bases are gonna be 4 inches by 4 inches. So the most important thing we have to be aware of here is measure twice, 3, 4, 5 times, and then cut once. That's our goal. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna measure out to 4 inches on our piece of wood. Today we're just gonna use a piece of pine. I don't know what kind of wood we'll actually use, but you'll get that direction from us when we're making them. So I like to put the edge of the ruler down, find where 4 inches is, and I like to make a couple marks along the wood so I have multiple places where I have my 4-inch mark. So one there, rule of 3, I like to at least do 3. Kind of a top, bottom, and somewhere in the middle. Then I'll take my straight piece, I got these nice triangles here, and I'll line it up along the 4 marks. Make sure it's straight. Okay, and then draw a nice straight line. So I got my 4-inch piece. Then the other thing we're gonna need to make sure is we have 4 inches by 4 inches. Now measuring out this piece, I realized it's just about a 7 1/4 inch long. So we're not gonna be able to get 2 pieces out of this, but what I can do is get another 4-inch chunk out of here. So looking at it, I like this knot here. I don't know, it just looks cool to me. So I'm gonna try to do my 4 inches here. So now I'm gonna set my ruler to go up 4 inches from the edge. So again, I'm gonna set it on the edge, kind of make a 90-degree with the line that I drew already. And I'll find where 4 inches is here. Right there, mark 4 inches. 4 inches, look at that, right on that little imperfection there. And then another 4 inches right there. And again, once I have that, I'm gonna use a straight edge. This time I'll just use my ruler. And I'll line it against the edge with all 4 of those. Line up all the lines. And make a nice line, okay? So now that I got my straight line there, I know I'm gonna go cut this piece, and then I'm gonna try to cut it off so I have a 4x4 at the miter saw. Important at this point, we need to make sure we have our safety glasses on. So, with the instruction and the assistance of one of your teachers, one of the senseis here, either myself or Sensei Harris, we're gonna help you at the miter saw. So come on over. At the miter saw, we have these nice extended bars to kind of hold it. Another person is usually helpful here at this point to make sure it's lined up and everything's going to sit on there nice and neatly. You always have these extra guides and supports. So I'm going to slide this down to here. I'm going to put this guide on this side to hold the wood in place. Take it down a little bit. There we go, nice and firm. Now, with our miter saw, we have a nice little laser on it. So I'm going to turn the laser on. And the laser is there to make sure that we set the line straight on. Now, if you kind of come around here, I'll show you. It's hard to see the laser, but the one thing you will notice is the blade. You always need to make sure that the blade is on the outside of your cut to make sure that our cut will go right on that line. Now, the next thing we do is we make sure the wood is flat as it can be. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. Flat. Tighten this down as a guide. Someone to hold here would be nice too. Keep our fingers away from the cut. Make sure the blade is right on. You can see I haven't even touched the trigger yet of the saw. Make sure everything's lined up nice and neatly right there. There we are, good to go. So now I'm going to hold this down away from the blade. When I'm ready, I'm going to pull the trigger. I start all the way out here and I move towards the back. It's gonna get loud. Okay, looks like my safety was doing its job. Let me try again, make sure it's cut all the way through. Okay, so now that I got my small piece, off because nothing goes perfect when you're on camera. I'll put that off to the side, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along that other line. So again, line up the saw so everything is on the outside of the line. Everything is good there. I can see my laser, and now I'm going to cut it. Okay, and now we have our perfect cut. That's along our line, our 4 inches by 4 inches. And if we want to double check our measurement, all we got to do is use the ruler. We should be good to go with our base.